By the Force, this episode was good. Things are finally picking up again for the Bad Batch, and it really seems as though that every piece of the puzzle has begun to fall into place. We start off with the Bad Batch receiving a call from Rex, who seems to be a bit preoccupied with a mission, which really does beg the question as to what Rex is really up to. Perhaps he's quickly rounding up clone defectors, or perhaps he's rescuing Commander Wolffe from a similar position, as we do know that Wolffe does defect as a fact confirmed by Rebels. From there, they are tasked with rescuing Clone Trooper 557639. Clone Trooper 557639 is of course the one and only Commando Gregor. We were first introduced to Gregor in the Clone Wars episode Missing in Action, where we learned that he went missing following the Battle of Sarrish. After being introduced to Colonel Meebur Gascon and his team of droids and finally regaining his memory, he helped the team escape the planet Abafar and was presumed dead after staying behind to fend off the droid army. He would later make a return appearance in Rebels as among the few clones who defected alongside Rex and Wolffe, but it was always a little bit of a mystery as to how he found his way back. We then learn from Gregor that the clone commandos are being brought in to train the new stormtroopers as part of the Project Mantle. And we even get to take a closer look at the prototype stormtrooper armor, and the armor that we see looks remarkably similar to the armor Imperial cadets wear that we see in Rebels. As the Bad Batch make their way through the Imperial facility, we get a lot of Death Star vibes. In fact, the soundtrack used during this sequence is the very same soundtrack used when Luke, Han, and Leia were escaping the Death Star. Not to mention, the set design is very much reminiscent of the interior Death Star design. During the escape, we get an epic introduction to this particular clone commando. This commando, as you might have noticed, has a bit of a different color scheme compared to the other commandos that we have met. And this is in fact Clone Commando Scorch, and his introduction is very similar to how Han encounters the stormtroopers on the Death Star. And for those who are unfamiliar, Clone Commando Scorch, or RC-1262, was part of the elite squad known as Delta Squad, and was first introduced in the 2005 Republic Commando game. He also made an appearance in the Clone Wars alongside his fellow team members in the Clone Wars episode Witches of the Mist. Within Delta Squad, Scorch is supposed to be a light-hearted wisecracker and is the explosive technician, and was especially close to another Delta Squad member named Sev. So Delta Squad fans rejoice. And who knows, there just may be other members of the Delta Squad lurking somewhere in the background. As soon as Scorch notices the Bad Batch, he open fires on them, and during their chase, you immediately notice that Scorch is much better than your average soldier, dodging a few stun bolts from Hunter and using an elevator to leap ahead to intercept the Bad Batch. He immediately shoots Gregor in the chest, perhaps foreshadowing the way Gregor would die in Rebels after being shot in the chest as well. A clone commando then gets shot by his own stormtroopers, a testament to really how inferior stormtroopers are compared to clone troopers, and perhaps it also symbolizes the way in which the stormtroopers are taking over and replacing the clones. During their escape, we then see the Empire send out some A-Wings to shoot down the Bad Batch, and in the process Hunter gets captured. And we also learn that Admiral Rampart has ordered the Kaminoans to be arrested following their attempt to escape the facility on Cameo, and we finally get to see Crosshair face off against Hunter. So it's pretty clear that more and more clone defections are happening, and by the fact that we see Gregor here, we will probably get to see Wolffe down the line. And all of this really just keeps pointing to a big clone rebellion, or at the very least an escape of some sort, where the clones can do as they please. Of course, the Empire most likely won't be too happy about that. That being said, we are also learning that Rampart is moving a lot of the clones off Camino, but to where is a little bit of a mystery. Of course, Rampart could just be moving them to the facility on Dars to further facilitate the expansion of the Mantle project. Either way, I am super excited to see where this is headed. So let me know what you think in the comments down below, be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. I am the Lost Acolyte,
and I have spoken.